drunk driving and a shocking double standard killing our planet. We all recognize the dangers of drunk driving. It's a reckless behavior that puts lives at risk, and society has rightfully taken a strong stance against it. But what if I told you there's an even more pervasive threat that we not only tolerate but actively support? I'm talking about the fossil fuel industry and its devastating impact on our health and the environment. In this episode, I logically compare how the parallels between drunk driving and the continued use of fossil fuels are striking. Both involve choices that endanger lives and cause long-term damage. Yet, while we've created strict laws and social stigma around drunk driving, we continue to allow and even subsidize the fossil fuel industry's destructive practices. Let's break down the facts. Fossil fuel companies are responsible for massive amounts of air pollution, primarily through the emission of black carbon and greenhouse gases. This pollution doesn't just contribute to global warming and climate change, it directly impacts human health. According to the World Health Organization, air pollution causes an estimated 7 million premature deaths annually. That's more than the number of people killed by drunk driving accidents worldwide. Moreover, the long-term effects of climate change, including more frequent and severe natural disasters, rising sea levels, and threats to food security, put billions of lives at risk. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has repeatedly warned that we're rapidly approaching a point of no return. So why do we continue to tolerate this harmful behavior? The answer lies in a complex web of economic interests, political influence, and societal inertia. Fossil fuel companies have deep pockets and powerful lobbies that work tirelessly to maintain the status quo. They've also become so deeply integrated into our daily lives that imagining a world without them can be challenging. But here's the truth: we can't afford to maintain this double standard any longer. Just as we decided as a society that the convenience of driving while intoxicated wasn't worth the risk to human life, we must now make the same decision about fossil fuels. So what can we do? The first step is awareness. We need to recognize the true cost of our fossil fuel dependence and start holding these companies accountable. This means supporting policies that reduce subsidies for fossil fuels and increase investment in renewable energy sources. On an individual level, we can make choices that reduce our personal carbon footprints. This includes using public transportation, choosing energy-efficient appliances, and supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability. One area where we can make a significant impact is in the products we use every day, particularly in construction and maintenance. The right green coatings and eco-friendly products are emerging as powerful tools in the fight against climate change. These innovative materials do more than just protect surfaces, they actively contribute to reducing our environmental impact. For example, some green coatings can reflect sunlight, reducing the urban heat island effect and lowering energy costs for cooling. By choosing these eco-friendly alternatives, we're not just protecting our buildings, we're protecting our planet. These products represent a new opportunity and shift towards a more sustainable future where the materials we use work in harmony with the environment rather than against it. The transition away from fossil fuels won't be easy, but it's necessary for our survival. Just as we've created a culture that shames and penalizes drunk driving, we need to foster a society that values environmental responsibility above short-term profits. Let's stop accepting the unacceptable. It's time to hold fossil fuel companies to the same standards we apply to individuals who endanger public safety. Our health, our planet, and our future depend on it. By making conscious choices from the policies we support to the products we use, we can create a cleaner, safer, and more sustainable world for generations to come. You may like this quote from Martin Luther King Jr., Baptist minister, activist, political philosopher, and prominent civil rights leader. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. What are your questions about this episode? We are always here to help and excited to answer them. Thank you for listening, and see you on my next episode.